Now, I'm sure nobody's going to watch this live considering it's a school day and the majority of people who enjoy Dandy's World content are children. However, I know that there are some people who will come back and watch my content. So, this is a little backstory for how I got into Dandy's World. Me and two of my friends went to a run. We just did a trio. We all three were boxed in because we all thought, Poppy sucks. We were correct. Poppy is one of the worst tunes in the game. And it is because her stats are just base. However, unlike Boxton, whose ability increases his stats when there's more people in the team, Poppy's only increases when she gets hit. This is not good. This is a major balancing issue. And even us three as starters realize this. And I was the only one who didn't die floor one. I played a lot of survival games at the time, so I was able to get a bit of a head start against my friends who didn't really play those kind of games. Well, now it's been well over a year since I started. I started February 23rd, I believe, and this game has only had one major update since I have started. That's not good. I had heard about how toxic this fandom was, so it made me not go into any public runs. I did not start doing public runs until I think around the Halloween event. Yeah. Because of the reputation this fandom has, and it's only gotten worse. More and more degenerates and creeps feel comfortable talking about highly inappropriate and weird things in this fandom and thinking it's totally normal. And so it's made me not want to talk about being into Dandy's World. It's made me not want to be in the community or the fandom. I've barely looked on Tumblr. I've mostly not been on Reddit, if truth be told. I've been trying to stay away from the Dandy's World fandom because of this. And it's extremely saddening because I have had to stop enjoying content that I once absolutely adored because of these creeps. And that's the problem when there's adults in child spaces. And why I don't want anybody who's under a certain age to be interacting with my content because you never know who could be in my comments. And that's why I'm always going on to certain Dragon Puppeteer streamers and looking for comments about, like, from these people being like, hey, don't answer this. I don't do it anymore because, once again, the Dandy's World and Dragon Puppeteer community have become extremely toxic and drama filled. It's insufferable to be in these fandoms now because of people just being assholes to each other. And I'll admit, I've gotten worse because of that. I've started becoming hypercritical of people. I've started becoming suspicious. If anyone says anything slightly off. But now, I'm gonna have to hop on the hate train here because Quill's ignoring gigantic problems with her game. For example, this right here is fine. Toodles, she just walked past it. But I have had runs, especially when I first started out, where the tunes, or not the tunes, but the Twisteds would camp my machine for upwards of 8 minutes. I would get on a machine, not even be able to do one skill check, and immediately get tossed off of it because Cosmo or Louie had come around the corner and camped it. This game also has a huge balancing problem. It feels like Quill doesn't know how to scale her own game. For example, where did I get seen from? There's no indication of which way you get spotted, and for people with vision problems, i.e., me and my dad, it can be extremely hard to tell, especially in blackouts, where I'm being spotted from, and I might even die or get hit because of it. It's happened to me quite a bit. I'm just complaining about Dandy's World because I'm getting extremely frustrated with the fact that there's no new content. See, that, for example, is what I was talking about. I had no indication of Toodles being there, and because she's so low to the ground, I couldn't see her. Because I'm probably fixing to do a separate stream after this when it hits around 2, so that I can, I can look at whatever they add new, because Sprout's Tune of the Week is about to leave. Dandy, this is garbage. And starting with Dandy as a huge balancing problem, his Twisted is extremely slow and frustrating to deal with. His hitbox is huge. He's so slow that he's going to lag behind no matter what Twisted combination you have. And I have been in a position where I have needed to kite him, Astro, and Scraps. I could not see Scraps, and I almost died because Dandy was so big. And then his shop needs to very much scale with what floor you're on. I think if you are on, you should not be able to get any rare items until about floor 4. Because Dandy will. I have had runs that go up to floor 25 where Dandy has sold a medkit or bandage floor 1, never again. He never sold another heal. And that's extremely frustrating. It should not be guaranteed, but just like how the rare chances go up, the rare items need to go up. Like, oh, okay, you're on floor 30. You have a 50% chance of getting a medkit or bandage. And it should also scale with your team. Like, oh, you've got a lot of people, and I'll get to the Twisteds in a second, trust me. Like, oh, you've got 6 people on your team. You have a slightly higher chance of a good extraction item appearing, like a valve or jumpers. And the biggest problem, in my opinion, are the Twisteds. Specifically the rare Twisteds. Because the Craft siblings, what do you do against them? Oh, I'm on a big open map like Astros. I need to distract them because due to the game's balancing issue, my team physically cannot progress further if I am not coddling them. And so it leads to distractor-reliant extractors. Like, I will go into a run. If I am not able to find Shrimpo within the first 5 minutes of a floor, they will get hit and die. It's just the truth. Due to the game's unfair balancing, I have to kite or my team will die. And so I think the biggest thing is to give a grace period when you get spotted. Oh, hey, you were spotted by Brusha while you're on this machine. She will not come back to this machine for 30 seconds, and you have, or just at least 20 seconds. So you have a grace period where, or just no Twisteds, not just Brusha. You have, or just at least 20 seconds. So you have a grace period where, or just no Twisteds, not just Brusha. Like, hey, Brusha came here. No other Twisted can come here for, 10 to 20 seconds, depending on your extraction time. And when that happens, like, oh, okay, Cosmo, you failed a skill check. The Twisteds will come to you. Oh, Cosmo, you are doing great on the machine, but Brusha spotted you. she will not come back unless you fail a skill check or unless your 20 seconds is up. Oh, V, you failed a skill check? They're going to come for you. But you were able to lose them. You've got 20 seconds or 10 seconds of grace. Maybe a little bit closer to 6 because V's such a good extractor. Look at this. Russia has literally been stalking me. And if I were playing as a slower tune, I wouldn't be able to get away. And I would just run out of stamina and die. This is the last machine, and look, here comes Brightney. And Brush is right here at the elevator too, so I have to go the long way to lose her. I don't see how this is considered to be fun or fair gameplay. It's not that distractors ruined the game, it's that distractors were necessary to get to high floors. Because this is not fun to solo. It's not fun to be kicked off your machine every 2 seconds. Yes, I've had Shellys Vmote their machine, so they have a speed boost, and they will just plow straight through Shrimpo every single time because they're not paying attention. They think, oh, that we have a distractor, I'm safe 24/7. But especially on the big maps, distractors need time to get to the Twisteds. It's not just immediate, oh, hey, we're here, we've got all the Twisteds. I think if there was better balancing, especially with the trinkets, like there are maybe 7 meta trinkets that are good. Every single other one is too niche or just plain bad. Like, I'm gonna get hit to speed up a little, but I've seen Sprouts run Fancy Purse because they think it's a good trinket since their teams die so early. Is that not saddening? Like, is that not like, oh, maybe we should balance our game better? And I think what really made me irritated now, that's not the only problem, but also I'm not able to read chat when it pops up because I don't know how to pull it up on my screen. But the problem is not just Twisteds, the problem is the trinkets too. Like, there's no variety. Every single meta team is, you've got to have like 4 Shellys, Dog Plush, or not Dog Plush, but Vmote, not Diary. Damn, I can't speak. Is Bobette, Diary, Toy Kit, Eclipse, Louie, Train Whistle, Dog Plush, Sprout, Dog Plush, Vmote, and just a bunch of Shellys with extractor trinkets. And if you don't pick those tunes, you have no chance of getting to a high floor because those are sometimes just the only good tune. Like, look at that. But I have tried to solo with my sister, or not solo, but duo with my sister, and I've tried soloing 4.5 hours to solo to floor 30, and it took me and my sister almost 3 hours to get to floor 30 in a duo. She was playing as I think Gigi. She was playing as Yada. And the only reason we died is because the Twisteds and the machines and just everything in general do not scale with how many players you have on your team. I think for a solo run, it should cap out at 4 Twisteds and, I don't know, maybe 10 machines. Because I've watched people doing these floor 100 solo runs, and it's insane. Like, it takes them so unnecessarily long. I think since they have them as a badge, I wouldn't say this otherwise. The only time I would say, oh, Dandy's World needs to balance better, if they did not add it as an achievement, so it's giving you an incentive, like, oh, you need to get to floor 100 to complete the game. And so the only way to get to floor 100 is these organized runs with the same 3 tunes, like same maybe 4 tunes you see every single run, because it's the only way to get to a high floor. I think you should be able to take any tune to a high floor. I think it shouldn't be, oh, Scrap sucks because she's not balanced. She's got a small skill check. She's not great at extracting. She's not great at movement speed. She's not a distractor. She's not an extractor. She doesn't have good stats because she's got all this stamina, but she can't use it properly because she's got such low movement speed. If you know what I mean. Like, I understand. What I do want is, like, oh, if you're using the right trinket. Damn it, my internet's going out. But if you're, like, struggling to get to a high floor and it's not your fault, it's your teammates' fault. Like, if, like, say I'm playing as Louie, I'm extracting and my whole team dies because I didn't distract. That's not my fault. For, like, I'm not the bad player, so I'm either forced to kite or I'm forced to solo. Neither one of those options are fun. And neither is doing machines, honestly. The machines, I think the machines just take too long, in all honesty. Like, and I'm not one who's particularly brain rotted and I need high speed media. No, I watch long form documentaries regularly. I've got a pretty decent attention span for things. But when I'm just sitting here, standing there, and I gotta press one button every few seconds, it's not fun. But it's also not fun when I can't do my machines. I'm constantly getting kicked off. Like, I'm completely sick of the argument of, also sick of the argument of, oh, you don't like Dandy's World? Play Dolly Factory or Toon Universe. No, I don't like either of them games. I don't like their character design. That's why I play Dandy's World, because I like how the tunes look. I'm lagging like hell. I also think the pre-shop game or the pre-game shop needs a huge overhaul. Like, I think it should be, you can buy, let's say for example, a med kit, bandage, Bach, valve. Let's say for example, a med kit, bandage, Bach, valve, and just something else, like a couple of other decent, like a smoke bomb too. And I don't know how to word it, but like, you should have more variety as long as it's like you've unlocked those items. Like, if you have played the game, you've gotten to a high floor, you have gotten to at least floor 10 after picking up said item. You don't have to keep it in your inventory, you just have to pick it up during that run. You can use it and do whatever with it. I also think the cards need to scale. Like, that's one of the big things is, like, I will be playing a run and I don't think you deserve to do dial unless you get to the maxed out cards. Like, That's my opinion, because I think it should be a reward. Like, hey, we fixed our balancing. It's better. Like, it's not easier per se, but it's more fun to get to these insane floors solo or in just with whatever tune you want. Like, it shouldn't be you have to pick all the meta options to even get close to floor 30. Like, I think it should be, oh, hey, the Twisteds give you a 10 to 20-second grace period from, like, brush to spot you all the way across the map on your machine. Okay, you loser, no Twisted can come to your machine for 10 to 20 seconds on your interaction speed. If you're, say, playing Cosmo, you get a 20-second grace period. If you're playing V, you get, like, maybe a 6 one, honestly. I keep flipping between 6 and 10, but just a big enough grace period, you can do at least a chunk of the machine without any interruptions. And when you lose them, they should not be able to keep coming back. Like, if you lose them, they should have to go the opposite direction you are, and any Twisted that is heading towards your machine should have to do the same. The stealth is also something that needs to be reworked or taught better in the in-game tutorial. Because tell me why Coco's with their 4-star stealth will avoid me like the plague. However, Yada players will just plow through my Twisteds and die immediately. You would think it'd be the other way around, really. Because, what was I going to say? Man, I can't speak. But, like, Yada requires 15 tunes, man. Like, 15. And I don't remember what Coco requires, but she's one of, like, the easier ones to get. Hello. Because I love Dandy's World. It's one of my favorite games, but I'm tired of pretending there's no issues in this game. Like, I'm passionate because I want this game to improve and I want it to be the best it can. That's why I'm hypercritical of all my favorite things. Because, for example, like, I just lost Cosmo, who spotted me after I did one machine. Like, that's just irritating. That's not fun or a challenge or survival. And I really want the trinkets to be reworked because I'm tired of using the same 6 meta trinkets just so I have a chance of getting past floor 20 within a semi-reasonable amount of time. By the way, I can't read chat because I don't know how to pull it up while I have Dandy's World open, so I'm kind of looking at it while I'm in the elevator. No, thank you. Also, my internet keeps going out, so sorry if the stream's a little But I really think, especially tunes like Scraps, they don't need their ability buffed. They need to be completely reworked. Because it feels like her stats were just an afterthought. It's like, oh, we designed Goob's sister, and just everything about her feels last minute. Her design, her lore, because she was originally meant to be just a random male tune. She wasn't even meant to be related to Goob. I think that's what the problem is they just refuse to go back and rework some of the worst older tunes, because what can you do with Scraps? She's got low extraction, an average skill check, bad speed, but a lot of stamina. That doesn't help. Like, you can run for a while, sure, but if you don't have someone to be your scapegoat and to take the Twisteds off of you, you're just gonna die. Especially if you're new to the game. Huh? Yeah, I'm talking to the chat. I'm having to like peek on it whenever I don't have a skill checkup. But Scraps, for example, like her Twisted as well, you have like a 0.0 second, like I think it's literally a 1 second grace period before she shoots her tail. And especially if you're in an open map during a blackout, you're just dead. You can't do anything about that. Like, I've died to that. There was a run that I did. Alex brought to, but there was this run that I did with somebody I used to play with. I don't play with now because they were toxic. But I was kiting as Tisha. I was like, I was at 1 heart because there was a heart combo previous floor. I seen Scraps' tail shoot out, and I was like, oh well, nothing I can do. Because I was in Astro's map and I couldn't see her. My camera was turned. The problem is there's no indication of where you're spotted from, and there's no counterplay. There's no balancing based off of your teammates or whatever map you have for any Twisted, really. It's just more spawn quicker depending on who's in your team. And I think if excuse me. And I think if there was a rework, like for example, say Boxing came up to me and it was a blackout, I couldn't see him. Not just a blackout, but I just couldn't see him. I didn't know where he was going from. And earlier in the stream, I got hit to Toodles because I could not see her because my camera was turned. There should be a little icon when you hear the doom. It should tell you where you're being spotted from. Like, oh hey, Boxton's seeing me from this direction. I need to go this way. I don't know if that's making sense or not, but so does like the floor events. Like, I couldn't enjoy the Easter event because I was tired of RNG slop quests and skins, and like I didn't enjoy it because I couldn't have fun since the stupid Spring Fever floor made it impossible for me to see. I have pretty bad eye problems, so it was extremely, especially because I play as a kiter. One mistake, I'm dead half the time because I play Kiter Louie. I don't know if is my microphone working? Yeah, I know. It's just my internet keeps going out, so I don't know how bad it's distorting. But yeah, I hated the Spring Fever event because it just made me and the Twisteds faster, which just, it didn't do anything. It wasn't, oh, hey, I'm faster and the Twisteds are slower, or I'm slower and the Twisteds are faster or something. It was, we're both fast, but I regained stamina slightly slower, and I can't see anything because there's just a giant wall of pink in my face. It really felt like everything from the new Easter event was just rushed and slapped on. And I was really hoping it'd be different. Because I started playing around the first Easter event. Because I played before Yada was added. I started playing February 23rd, I believe. But I was extremely infuriated. I was extremely infuriated by it because it was just the same quest but slightly different. Like literally all that happened was they changed the name of the tunes around. I think Coco's quest was slightly different than Cole's, but that was it. It didn't make it any more fun. It just made it the same amount of irritating. It wasn't, oh, but Quail changed the rarity spawn. That doesn't affect anything. It made one of the things easier, but I had to solo as Bassie until floor 21 because my teammates were so bad at this game. Because once again, due to the balancing problem and half the tunes just being straight up bad, I had to carry and kite for my team. Because I had no problem getting to floor 21 by myself. It was just I would not have been able to do it because I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't have any chat. Because I had one person in the chat of me soloing as Bassie mostly. And I think maybe one of my friends was also there yapping with me. Because this game is so mind-numbingly boring without people to play with, and that's not good. I know that it's a team player game or whatever, but that's still not an excuse. Your game needs to be fun solo and with teams, or it's just going to be fun for half of the people who play. Because I know there's a large majority of people who just solo because they don't want to kite and they don't want to deal with bad teammates. And that was me for a long time. I just soloed, strictly soloed. Like, as much as I hello, as much as I enjoy having skins or whatever, I really wish they would focus on adding new things to break up the gameplay loop. Because Dial was the last thing that we got, and even then, Dial's floor is not great. It didn't solve nothing. Because I think what would really improve the game is balance it so more tunes aren't just absolute dog water trash, have better trinket combo. Like, I'm not saying all trinkets should be overpowered god tier. I'm saying there should be less bad trinkets. There should be less unfair twisted combinations. And Dial's floors should be a reward. Like, oh hey, congratulations, you made it to a high floor. Here's your reward. You get to do Dial's card and you can continue. It's challenging, but what was I going to say? Also, a lack of AFK spots is severely disappointing because since the Sprout update, most of the places where you could AFK, you just can't anymore because Sprout will go there. Because I know there's like a big one on V's map, and that's where a lot of like the pros would go to AFK. I think there's one in the diner, one of the diners too. It's also just a lot of the maps aren't great neither. Like, I don't know what the word is for it. But due to the game being so distractor reliant, like so many people needing a kiter to stay alive, and the fact that there are so few good spots to actually kite certain twisteds is extremely infuriating. Like, for example, Astro's map is one of the worst I've ever seen for kiting the Craft siblings on. Like, I enjoy that Squirm brings the challenge. Like, you get a wind up, you get a warning, like, oh, Squirm's seen you, move. And if you're not paying attention and you die or get hit, that's your fault. But 90% of the time that you die in this game, like, well, at least for me, I can't speak for everybody because I know that there are a lot of people who don't pay attention. And, like, for example, I think a distractor role should strictly be, oh, hey, you have the lowest stealth. Somebody on our team needs to go AFK, say go to the bathroom. You go gather up the twisted, you let them AFK, then finish the floor, continue. I think that would be best, especially if they don't want to add AFK spots to this game. Because I think, I'm trying to remember. Damn, I can't remember. But the last time I played this game and had an actually good run I enjoyed with no problems was sometime before the Halloween update. Because I've enjoyed playing, don't get me wrong. I love playing, I love having good teams. But what I don't love is the fact that it feels like now everybody's so distractor dependent that I can't get one good person anymore. Because they've all started doing runs in their own little only 8-team Discord group that they're constantly running with, because the public lobbies have gotten so bad because of matchmaking that they don't do matchmaking anymore. I think the team and even Quell herself, is too focused on just trying to rush out their monthly update. I'm gonna get hit. I'm tired of having a full inventory. But yeah, I'm really hoping that they fix the balancing. That's the main, because I know that this game's leaving alpha soon. I think my biggest problem's really just there's too many skins. Like, I love skins because I'm very picky, and depending on which mood I'm in, there are certain skins. Like, for example, Shelly. If I'm there to support my team, I'm in like the best mood ever. Everything's all sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. I'm gonna pick her cheer bear skin. I'm gonna, oh yeah, you got this. Yay, I'm gonna boost everybody. But if I'm absolutely fed up with them, I'm gonna play as Yada and I'm gonna snatch all my candy. Especially if they're an awful team. I can't read that right now. Let me get to a safer spot. Yeah, as much as I love the new Sprout stuff myself, because like I said, I'm very pick and choose about my skins. It does make me mad that this Sprout update was supposed to be like the end all be all or whatever. Like, oh, we're gonna add so many upgrades, and it literally did nothing. It just added more FOMO, RNG, slop skin quests, and people still are like, oh, it's so great. Like, because I think, does Quell do a great job with some of the skins? Yeah, she does. She does like a decent chunk are just bland. There are very few I would classify as actually bad, though. And I think that's the main problem, though, is they're focused too much on skins. Even if, like, you're telling me you have money to hire 6 different people to work on skin. I think it's like 3 different people work on the skins in this game, but you don't have enough money to hire more developers to fix the gameplay loop. Like, I wasn't a huge Quell defender. Yeah, like I gotta stop reading the chat or else this floor is never gonna get done. But I'll read it in the elevator though. But I used to be a Quell defender. I wasn't like, oh, she can do no wrong. I was like, yeah, she's doing things wrong. But I imagine like, because I had heard about her rewriting all the code. I had heard about her doing this and that. But like, there's nothing to show for it. She's not giving us any proof. Like, yes, I know it's hard to rework everything from scratch, but don't just leave us in the dust. Don't just say, oh yeah, we're working on something big behind the scenes. Is this the closest machine? It's not like the ping system that they leaked. Where the hell is the ping system? I my man, I can't speak. Me and my dad have bad eyesight. We have horrible eye problems, but I am able to easily spot machines and blackouts. He is not. He has died to blot several times because his eyes are bad. And that's not fair to people. It's literally just screwing over people with impaired vision, with the blackouts, with the just most of the floor events, really. And there's no way for me to tell him, like, because by the time I'm like, because I'm either not near him when he dies, or by the time I'm like, hey dad, hey stop. He, due to the lag, he's already done walked into block 10 and he can't get out. See, how the hell did I just fail a skill check? This game's buggy as well. Like, they really need to fix the bugs, because I have been playing around boxes, especially during the Yada event, or not the Yada event, but the Yada update. It was at its worst. I would get hit from around boxes. Like, yes, I had bad internet then, but Yada was, it's not like Yada was running in place. She was still walking behind me. It's just, or, no, like, I was kiting her, because I was playing as Kiter Goob at the time. And see, for example, if you're playing as a slower tune, what are your options if you get sandwiched like that? Like, well, that wasn't a horrid example, but it was one. There's too many. It's too easy to get hit unfairly in this game. And there are so many tunes that are just so overpowered. No, sorry, you cannot join because this is a solo run. I don't want just Sprout reworked. I think Sprout's fine by himself or whatever. I think it's fine to have one tune, like maybe like for example, Sprout. He does not use his hearts to heal. He uses something disposable like tapes. So when you get hit, Sprout can heal you with his tapes instead of his hearts, like Cosmo. But I think Cosmo is the one who needs a damn rework with his stats. Cosmo's stats are awful. He is one of the worst extractors in the game. He's not good at distracting neither. It's not like he can be a backup kiter, but only if you get the craft siblings is he really valuable then. Because I've had to do that for our Sprout because we've gotten down to where it's just me, a Shelly, and a Sprout. And okay, where's Glisten? And like, for example, hell, even Glisten needs a rework with his ability thing right here. Because what do you do if you're in a solo with him and you just can't find him because the new maps are far too large? The Easter map was the most egregious example of a map just far, far, far too big. If I can walk around the whole map more than 10 times and never find all the twisteds, that is a problem. Since I've got to babysit and listen, I might as well read the comment. Yeah, I agree. Shrimpo doesn't have a purpose. Like, he's not a good challenge toon either. He just tests your patience. What he should have is one heart. I think Shrimpo should have one heart. So if you get hit, that is it. That would make him significantly better as a challenge toon. So you have no room of error. One single mistake and you're dead. You can't use heals. You can't do like, or even make it where his ability where you can't use a smoke bomb. Like, you can't use med kits because he's got one heart. You can't use bandages because he's got one heart. And he's still got minus 99 stealth. Because I think the main problem, like why Cosmo was so easily dropped and phased out, was because excuse me, was solely because Ginger was just a better extractor. She was better Cosmo until they reworked her. And now everybody's like, oh, you can't heal as her. She's useless. First off, skill issue. I've been able to heal Pebbles while they're kiting Pebble. You just need to learn how to preserve your stamina and how to use speed items. Just keep a speed candy on you at all times, and you can easily heal anyone as Ginger. Trust me. But Cosmo, we either need just a new Cosmo, one that heals with hearts or whatever, so that you don't have to go searching for tapes, and one that, one that heals with hearts, but doesn't replace another toon. Like, either rework Cosmo or just make a new one. Because I'm just kind of tired of them not reworking toons properly. Because Cosmo's a bad extractor. Are you serious? It's fine. I've got plenty of meds. I'll just juke him out if something goes wrong. Like, look at that. 2 rares, floor 12. Blot and Glisten. If I wouldn't have got off my machine, what would have happened? Glisten would have popped right on top of me, and then Blot's blocking the doorway. This is the kind of balancing I'm talking about. Well, you see, the problem with that rework is mainly just this is a kid's game. I'm not saying that it needs to be super dumbed down, but what I am saying is it does need to be a lot simpler than, say, if it was a game like Brotato, where there's a lot of, where it's meant for a bit of a more teen or older audience, where like you need to have more critical thinking. But I still don't think that's an excuse to have oversimplified things in Dandy's world. I still think there needs to be certain complex aspects. What? Who was I spotted by? Oh, Brusha. See, that too. I was clean around that wall and she spotted me, bro. They need to not lower the aggro range, but make it a more strict cone, because there's no way that Brusha should be able, like, no Twisted, not just Brusha, no Twisted should be able to see you if you are behind them. And I think if you are not moving and you're behind a twisted, they can't spot you because you're not making noise. I feel like that's a pretty fair rework. Like that's just basic logic. Like, oh, I'm hiding from these twisteds. I am not making noise. They should have no reason to come to certain areas. Look at this. Second time Toodles has come here when I've gotten on this machine. And then Poppy's around this corner, so I can't escape. Like I have to go a certain way, like a long way. This is why distractors exist. I get it's a survival game, but this is not survival. This is just sit and wait simulator. This is not horror. It is not scary. It's frustrating. And oh, don't get me started on how people glaze the lore and stuff. There's no lore. They barely drop feed it to us. And they hyped up that lore room for Easter so bad. And what did it do? We had to wait for a song to drop and then it opened. Also, the twisted mains are super underwhelming. Like, I'm not saying they've got to be insanely hard. But what I'm saying is it should be skill that lets you find them, not just a chance. Like, I know it's like, oh, it goes up a certain amount, but like, it should be, or at least like a because it takes so long to get research in this game. It takes far too long to get certain characters research, especially if you're just unlucky. Like, oh, hey, you found a secret room on this map. This map gives you like 10%. It doesn't scale with Roger. Like it's not, oh, you get 20% for finding this, but you find a lore note. You pick up the note, and then you put it in like the stupid little scrapbook journal thing that's like where you put on the titles. You can look at that in the book and say, oh, this is lore. I understand. Toodles is gonna send me. Oh, she didn't. But you pick up those pages and you go, okay, you find all this lore. It gives you a certain amount of research, like I don't know, maybe 5 per each thing you find. So if you say, even if they wanted to keep the stupid RNG FOMO quest of you need to get spotted by this twisted certain amount of times, they can just make it where it's like, oh, it doesn't count if you find these hidden lore rooms. Like, I don't know if that made sense. That's the thing, is she's like, I know it's kind of a controversial take or whatever, but she's queer baiting. That's what she's doing. She's giving little breadcrumbs that these two male characters might be in a relationship, like heavily implying it, and then just saying, oh, but they're just best friends. She's making it seem like there's diversity when there's really not. There's 3 characters that go by non-binary pronouns. But even then, they still use a binary pronoun in their list because it's like, I think Dandy, I'll have to look at the wiki, but I know Dandy uses he, they, it. Louie uses he, they. Tegan uses she, they. And it feels like kind of performative activism. Like, I know Quill, I'm like, I might have to double check that. But I'm pretty sure Quill herself is a lesbian. So, like, you know, I understand it to a degree, like putting implied characters into your lore, but to the degree she does it is a little bit much. Yes, I wish you could. I wish you could like take the books with you, if that makes sense. Like you find a little lore book and it says, "Oh hey," like you get a little pop-up text saying, "I'll read this in the lobby." From whoever your tune is with whatever their little quirk for typing is or speaking is. Like I'm not saying that Quell's evil or that she can do no wrong. She's a human, I understand that. She's just a person. But that doesn't make her immune to criticism. And criticizing the game when it's in such an early phase of development is often the best choice. Because I don't hate Dandy's World. I love this game. It has been my favorite game for over a year now, and I just want to see it get better. Like I think the best thing would be like, oh hey, here's a bookshelf. There is like you go up to the bookshelves and or you'll just be walking past and you'll notice, hey, this bookshelf looks different. It's got a book sticking out. Maybe it's got a picture of V on the spine. Maybe it's got a picture of Shrimpo. Just a random assortment of whoever. And that, when you pick it up, it gives you about 5, maybe 10% research, depending on what it is, like which tune. Like, for example, a rare like Goob. A rare like Goob would be 5% research, a main would be 5% research, uncommons and commons would be about 10% research if you pick up their book. And it would never be, oh, I need to grind for hours and hours and hours to even have a chance at seeing this tune. Maybe not even once. Because I want to say it was Coco. Yeah, it was Coco. And it took me over 3 days to get the last encounter I needed for her. But if it's like I said though, like if it's, hey, I need 10% research on Twisted Sprout to unlock him finally. I'm getting unlucky. I can go into a long run, and the higher floors you go, and maybe especially in the like have special floors like the library. Have it be, oh, you go up to every bookshelf in the library and you interact with it, and you get 1% research on just a random Twisted. It doesn't matter which one. If you get lucky, you do. But if it's one that you've already got full research on, you don't get any research. Yeah, but I don't really give my Discord out. Because I'm not a friendly person. But I don't because I know that Quell's been getting a lot of criticism, and I know that that can be very, very upsetting for she's not really a small developer, but she's a newer developer. For Dandy's World, like most of her, from what I've seen, her games, like Dandy's World is the first one to really like explode the way it did and be put in front of so many eyes. And I don't like. Here's the thing: is I want Quill to just make the game better. I don't want her to give up, but I also don't want it to be a Yandere simulator situation where the developer's been working on the game for 10 plus years and basically nothing's happened. Because because I was scrolling Reddit and I was thinking about it and I was like, because I seen this post like, oh, how would you rework Sprout's quest to make it more fair? And I was thinking like, because I was thinking about all my reworks since I've been thinking about it quite a bit, and I was like, have it be pick up 1,000 tapes just all together. Doesn't have to be in the same run while you're playing a Sprout. Get to floor 10 as Sprout or with a Sprout in your team and heal someone when they're at 1 heart. It doesn't matter who you do it as, just as long as it's a healer. So that way, 2 of the 3 can be done without Sprout. But the problem is it's like, oh, you gotta get past floor 10 as Sprout and activate Savory Charm. Like, there's 2 things where you need to get past floor 10 either as Sprout or with a Sprout and with his trinket on. So why not just make it where you have to play as the toon? And I know that, like, oh, well, it's unfair for new players. Well, no, it's not. Like, both the rework I came up with plus the one that Quell came up with, you need to have full Sprout research. Because mine is you have to play a Sprout. Hers is you gotta use Savory Charm, which requires full on Sprout. Because I don't think it'd be right to have it like. Because I don't think it'd be right to have Sprout's golden skin where you don't have to play a Sprout like at all. Oh, 1 second. I'm thirsty. I'm probably going to use a med kit just so that I can open up a slot. Because like another problem with like Dandy and the Twisted is that Dandy himself is not a threat. He's a nuisance. Because when I first seen Dandy, I was like, oh, big scary. He can 1-hit kill me. And I kited him for a little bit. I was like, oh, he's slow as hell. What is bro going to do? And it just got irritating because I constantly heard his music on loop despite the fact I had my music off. And then he was just so big that he kept getting stuck on things. And he was so slow, I kept de-aggroing him just by mistake, even though he's got I think it's like the 3rd biggest aggro span in the whole game. And that right there, Twisted. Yeah, I've got all the skins. But I even got Golden Coal. Like, that's how dedicated I've been to this game. But what was I going to say? But I don't think Twisted's like Sprout, even though, like, or maybe Sprout because of his abilities as a playable toon, but I don't think Twisted's like Glisten should be able to see you like through entire islands. Like you have ran, like I've had times where I have ran Glisten around an island several times with him not seeing me and he's still following me through it because of how they path. I don't think that's fair. I think it should be, oh, Glisten knows you're in this vicinity while he's chasing you. He's not seeing you. He doesn't see you anymore, so he's going to look for you. And then there's like a little bit of a grace period where he gives up and he goes, looks for someone else. Or, he just roams around. I think the only one, like maybe Cole and Pebble, because they sniff their dogs. Like, or any of the dog toons, really. Like, ones that we know are good at sniffing, like Eclipse, Pebble, Cole, that's really the only three. And perhaps Sprout, because his ability is overprotective. He can see where you're at all times, but just not his twisted form. Because I used to think that Pebble would be able to sniff you, like his twisted form, because I got so unlucky with his RNG that every time he had spawned in, he would just follow me around the map because his pathing would just lead him to machines constantly. Hello. I might need to put like a thing saying like, hey, I can't see chat because I don't know how to pull it up. Oh, well, I might get hit here because Sprout will not. Skill check trapping. Skill check trapping too. Most annoying thing that ever happened in this game. I think it doesn't matter what you're doing. I don't think it matters. If you've got 40 skill checks on your screen, you should be able to get off the machine. If you are hitting stop extracting or you're spamming E, it lets you off the machine. Because it's unbelievably annoying to have this constantly, like, I've died because of skill check trapping. Because I couldn't see, because before they added the little thing where you could see, oh, hey, I got spotted. I would hear the dung, thought I lost them, but they would just turn around and come back. Alright, I'm kind of running out of things to rant about, like, that I've not already said previously in this stream, so I don't want to just keep repeating myself. So give me some ideas. What the hell is that? Oh, flutter. Not very twisted, but the elevator's kind of bullshit. Because, like, the main thing I urge people to do, like, the main thing I urge people to do, like, if they say that I'm going to gather and get hit so that way they can leave me be. Because I adore this game. I just really, really want them to fix a lot of the balancing. Because I've never been a fan of, in any game, really, of a bridge character. A character you're only meant to have for the start, and it sucks. I think they should have Poppy be the opposite of Boxton. The more tunes you have in your run, the faster you are. The more your movement speed increases until you're almost a 5-star movement speed tune, just like Boxton is an almost 5-star extractor as long as you have people. It depends. Like, honestly, it just depends on the mood I'm in. But because Boxton his whole thing is that he relies on your teammates to be able to stay alive for longer than 2 floors. And I think if we applied the same logic to Poppy, people could learn how to distract, since the game very clearly needs them most of the time. Especially on high floors when you've got 6 twisteds, 8, depending on your team. Or if you're solo. Like, oh hey, I've got a full team of 8. We're on floor 20. It's getting to the point where, we might need some help. We might need a distractor. Because people just keep getting seen. Boxton, is on extracting duty. He's going almost as fast as V is, really. Poppy is kiting. She's got almost 5-star movement speed because of her ability. And I think Boxen should be like he unlocks an extractor character, just like how Pop, or maybe an all-rounder that's more focused on extracting, like the opposite of Louis. Like Poppy unlocks Louis, then Boxen should unlock somebody who's like Louis, but the less hearts they have, the better extractor they are. But they've got higher stealth, so it's harder for them to get hit. And instead of there just being, oh, you've got lower stealth, you can kite for infinity, they'll never pull off of you. There should be a chance if somebody is standing in the path of the Twisteds for longer than 10 seconds. This would also stop solar kiting, which is just an easy GG game over cheat code to beat the game, basically, to get to floor 100. It would be, oh, you've been standing here for, or you've been in this guy's way for 10 seconds. You're going to get hit, and you're going to have the Twisteds pull off of them. That would fix a lot of the solar kiting, just constant. Like, I was so sick of trying to join organized runs, and nobody plays Bobette, and my sister doesn't want to, so we just sit there and wait in the lobby for hours. Because that happened to me recently. It was a good-ass run, too, and I died to lag, so I was hella mad. Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of skins. It's including, this is including vintages and defaults, by the way. Yes, they should make way less skins, but more detail. Because, like, I think the best kind of games are the ones that let you keep your starters through the whole thing. Because some people might be like, oh, I love Poppy, but her stats aren't great. I don't need her speed boost when I get hit anymore because I know how to play the game and I'm not getting hit. And then for the trinkets, the whole trinket system needs a rework. I personally think with how many trinkets there are and with how many tunes there are, if they don't want to do just a big overhaul of all the just honestly dog shit trinkets, then they need to add 4 trinket slots. Why instead of 3? Just because it'd be even, honestly. That's the only reason. It'd be even. But yeah, I think the skins cost too much in general because it takes, you get, I think it's like 5 Ichor and 5 of event currency, 10 event currency if it's a weekend. And so it's just, it takes forever to get that 600 Ichor, especially if you're not doing these long runs. I just picked Electrician Man. See, look at that shit. That was ridiculous. I was about 10 feet behind Yada and she spotted me. I've already told you, Astro Moon. I sometimes play with them. However, right now I'm soloing. I might play with my viewers whenever the new update drops to see what's added. But it also heavily depends on the mood I'm in later because I know that a lot of people who watch my content are minors and I'm 20. I don't like playing with minors, especially if they're not in my Roblox age group. starting to lose my voice a little. There also needs to, like, I know that they had a ping system for like half an hour before they removed it. I didn't really get to enjoy it because I was playing on my phone with a really crap Xbox controller because it was during like a little bit after the ice storm and my power had been out for like 9 days and I was staying at my grandma's because she had power. I think it should cost. I think it should cost way less. I think the detailed, expensive skins, like the ones that are like 12,000, they should be 600, and the normal one, like, and I'm not like no ick or neither. And there's a bandage right there, and I've already got full inventory of meds. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think it should be 250 of whatever the event currency is. And I also don't think we need a summer event. I think we've got, because what's it going to be? It's just going to be the same thing: 4 new tunes, 4 new golden quests that are just FOMO slop. Because I would love to be on here and instead of saying ranting about Dandy's World, it's bad, saying praising Dandy's World, it's amazing. You don't know what I would give to be able to just come on here and say nothing negative about Dandy's World. Like, they fixed all the balancing problems, they fixed all the trinkets. The Twisteds no longer camp your machines and are annoying as hell. There's a better tutorial for new players so they understand how the game works. I would love nothing more than to say, oh yes, please, I would love another summer event with amazing, interesting lore, tunes, and a new element to the gameplay loop, but I just can't. I'm stuck saying, oh, I don't really want another event. I want you to fix the bugs. I want you to fix the gameplay loop. I don't really care if Shrimpo hits me. What I wouldn't give to talk nothing but positivity about my favorite game. Hello. In the elevator, I'm going to have to go AFK for approximately like a minute. If that. Also, if it's, since I see a couple new people, if it's taken me a little bit of time to like go and respond to chat, it's because I'm having to tab in and out of Dandy's World since I don't know how to get. Okay, that was bullshit. That was just pure bullshit, man. That is what I hope they fix. What, like, because I think for me at least, the most upsetting part that I'm even ranting about Dandy's World is that I don't have a lot of positives to say. Because for a lot of my favorite games, I would be like, oh yeah, Minecraft, it's boring solo, sure, but if you have one friend, it's fun, or you can play creative. You know, you can do this or that. Like, you can have fun solo Minecraft, and you can have fun multiplayer Minecraft. If that makes sense. I can't say that about Dandy's World. I can't say. Well, I can't say it about Minecraft neither, because honestly, the game's not been good since its peak in 2016. But I think I'm just burnt out on Dandy's World, or not Dandy's World, but Minecraft because I've been playing it since I was a child. I'll take those instructions. AFK. I got back in the nick of time. Yeah, like when I first, like, I think around the Halloween event, like the first week of the Halloween event, I was like, oh, hell yes, we're getting a second event. This is going to be so awesome. All these new tunes are optimized. I can't wait. Or all these old tunes have been optimized. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see like what they have new for the new Christmas event. What they're going to have next year. Or like, maybe we'll even get a summer event. That'd be awesome. And now it's like I'm stuck in the same 6 gameplay loops of trying to get to a high floor with my friends or family, trying to get to a high floor in a public run, trying to extract, trying to distract, getting far but dying to lag, or getting far and dying to dial because my teammates suck. And they don't know what to do if there's not a distractor coddling them at all times. And I'm so sick of hearing like, "Oh, play Dolly's Factory, play Toon Universe." I don't like how the tunes in those games look. I don't like the character design in those games. Like it was the same thing when Twilight Zone came out. I don't think Russia's the problem. I think it's that they tried to make Russia a bridge. Look at this shit. I can't. There are 3 twisted after me, and I can't shake any of them because they just keep coming back, and the new ones keep coming. I really wish this game also wasn't RNG based and it was actual skill based. Speaking of Dial in Russia, yes, that's literally it. Fandom favoritism and favoritism from Quill. Because I don't like Russia. I'm just not a fan of her overall because I'm a distractor. I think if I liked doing machines, I'd probably like her more. But what people don't understand is they try to paint Russia as a villain, but the whole rivalry between, now this is a fandom problem, not necessarily a Quill problem per se, but Russia and Tisha are both heavily flawed characters. Russia is a bit of a narcissist, and Tisha is a perfectionist. Their personalities clash, and that's what makes them interesting. most of, like, if you look at the dialogue, about half the time Tisha's in the wrong and half the time Brush's in the wrong. Like, V's dialogue, which everyone ignores, is like Brush, or not Brusha, but Tisha, like, sticking her nose up, going, I'm not talking to you. You know what you did. That makes her bad at communicating. That makes her a flawed character, just like Brusha. It's just that Brusha was more hyped up because of Dial than Tisha was, because Tisha was like an already like she came out when the game wasn't hype, I'm pretty sure. But Brusha came out like mid. I can't see to lose Toodles. I can't see nothing. Hello. Where did I get seen from? I'm trying to read the damn comments. I'm hiding. I'm literally hiding. And I can't regain my stamina because the Twisteds keep coming back. I think Dial's card should be, like, I know like a lot of people will save Dial's card for last anyways. But I think it should be last. That's why it's called Time's Up. Because with a reworked, more balanced game, you would get to those floors quicker. You'd get to them higher floors and not it be a total slog. Oh, of course. While I'm one-handed drinking something. I don't really like Dolly's Factory. I just don't like I said, I don't like the design of the characters in Dolly's Factory. What was I saying? I got completely sidetracked because I got so tilted at Toodles. But I was really hoping that this year, since it's coming out of alpha, they're gonna really just hard focus on gameplay, and these Tune of the Week things only take like a day for them to code or whatever. I'm not doing Dial's card right now. Because I don't think Dandy's World is all awful. I don't think it's the worst game ever made. I think it has potential, but it's just not been realized. Oh, lovely. It's V and Pebble in a blackout while I'm solo. What the hell is that on the ceiling? Look at that. I'm out of stamina and I've led Pebble around multiple times now. I don't care who you're playing as. I don't care who you're playing as. You should never have to burn through an entire bar of stamina multiple times to escape a Twisted. V's in the way, so I can't go over there and check. Okay, this one right here is closest. I think Dandy's World really needs accessibility options, though. I'm not saying like, oh, every game should have every single option imaginable. I'm just saying simple ones like help for blackouts. Like, even if people would use it for an unfair advantage, like brighter blackout. Like even if it's a voting card, hell, I'll take it. Just something. Because people like, I know like Cult of the Lamb. I don't remember where I found a thread, and I think it was on YouTube. It was a comment thread talking about Cult of the Lamb's accessibility features, and it's like, oh, it's so dumb. People with disabilities don't even use them most of the time. Look, this is what, third time Brightney's come back to my machine after I lost her. Who's seen me? Oh, it's Pebble. Great. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's no there's no period of grace. There's no, oh, hey, you're, like, it's not even like, oh, you suck ass at this game. We're gonna punish you by making the Twisteds come to you because you failed the skill check. Like, that's understandable, but, like, I'm hitting perfect skill checks every time unless I'm looking at chat. I've not failed. I don't think I've failed a single skill check the entire 19 floors. Yeah. Like, a lot of people consider using the Cult of the Lamb accessibility features as cheating, which I think is dumb. Because I don't care that I'm not disabled enough, whatever the hell that means. I don't like any of the other weapons, so I'm going to turn on Force Dagger. Boo hoo. I'm not a fan of overly difficult randomized games. Like, I think there should also be certain floors to deal with the whole randomized research thing. Have it be, there's a 1% chance if you happen to roll, say, Sprout's floor, there will be no Twisteds other than Sprout. Same thing with Astro. It took my dad a whole year after he started playing Dandy's World to get Sprout because of the research being randomized, and I forced him to play pretty regularly. I'm just a naturally loud talker, and I go quiet to read because I've got the tab small, so I can easily tab back in. I've got bad eyes. I don't think necessarily it should be a guarantee because at some point you're like, because at some point it like, I think past floor 20, if you're getting Astro's, like, if I can't speak, man. It's starting to piss me off. Like, if I was to get Astro's room before floor 20, there's a higher chance of Astro spawning if it rolls a mate. Where the hell did I get seen from? But I think it should be past floor 20. There's a guaranteed chance you roll Astro's map, you're rolling Astro with it. I'm just using Astro's map as an example because, duh, I'm on Astro's map. God damn. Ugh. This is my punishment for making fun of my grandma for stuttering. I gotta stutter now. I mean, to be fair, my mocking her stuttering and is kind of fair because she calls me big head. She also used to call me pumpkin tater and hold me like a sack of potatoes. So, you know, fun snaggletooth lore. Oh, absolute ass. GG. I also think instead of the rares spawning, why do I have 6 viewers and 7 likes? Damn it, I can't escape the brain rot. But I also think instead of the twisted spawning, or the rare chance going up, the higher you go, it should be the more people you have. Because it is already kind of like. I've got Goob, Tegan, and Gigi on this floor. Last floor I had V and Pebble and a blackout. I'm gonna be salty as hell if Gigi steals my med kit and I get grabbed by Goob. The hell does this thing do? I just started a Q&A. I don't know what the hell I just did. I started Q&A because I thought it was funny. The answer to that question is yes, by the way. The hell was that? I heard like a splat sound. Was that in game? How do I check my Q&A? How do people send answers via the Q&A? Oh shit, Goob's there. I need to lock it in, bruh. Like, bro, I could not be a kid-friendly streamer or a YouTuber. I tried to be PG-13, and I just slapped a warning saying, hey, yeah, if you're a minor, probably shouldn't be here, I swear. Can I get away with it? Can I get away with it? No. I was hoping Tegan would see me, but Tisha was definitely going to hit me if I tried that. Goob's coming directly for me. Oh no, he turned around. Congrats, Goob. I'm genuinely going to put Gigi in a hydraulic press. There will be a volume warning next time I am spotted by one of these foul beings. Like, I was watching some of the bigger Dandy's World content creators. Like, I haven't watched Komori's video about it yet. My main problem I have with Dandy's World content creators is they seem to just love doing ASMR. And so, like, I don't watch a lot of content creators around Dandy's World, also because of how toxic the fandom is. But I was watching one, and I feel so bad for them because they're like, "Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed because I broke down on stream crying about how much I hate playing Dandy's World now." And this was like one of the pro runners. I don't remember what their channel was. I'll have to look it up. And like one of the ones who got me into like playing as Louie and like distracting was Bleem, and they've done left. They haven't left, like they've been like, I don't want to play anymore. I don't like playing it no more. And even I've gotten to the point where I just don't really enjoy playing it. Because it's fun, sure, when I get into a good run. It's really fun. I love playing with like my friends or family. Doesn't look like I think I've just all got commons. Another thing, though, we need an indicator to tell us, like, oh, hey, there's so and so twisted. Like, just like even if it's not directly saying, hey, we have more twisteds, even if it's like, hell, Louis, for example, you get on the next one, oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Or, like, because, like, if you don't have a V, there's not really, like, when you're first starting to kite, or just play in general, there's not really, look at this shit, man. Pinched by 3 twisteds. There's not really anything you can do to, like, figure out, like, what's causing. Because when I first got more than 2 twisteds, I thought I did something wrong. I'd never gotten that far before. I'd never gotten to the point where I had multiple twisteds that were like, well, I had multiple twisteds, of course, but to the point where it was 3. So I thought me and my friend had did something wrong. I didn't tell him that. I was like, oh, there's 3, and just kept kiting. But having a little indicator or something, like, even if it's just simple text. And something I hope they add once they've balanced the game better. I hope they add some form of voice acting. Off topic with the polyphonic. Huh? What the hell's polyphonic? Alright, Russia. Okay, she sees me, damn. I'm not waiting all day for it. That's another thing I hate, is the twisteds take so long to get to where they're going. Yeah, all the twisted should have sound effects. I think even the players, like, should have walking sound effects. Like, for example, because I'm sure they could figure out a way to do it, because they gave Eggson custom animations for one of his skins, and they've made, I think, Coco and Shrimpo's arms go out further for certain skins. So I think they could definitely have it like, oh, you're playing a Louis skin where he's got shoes on. Okay, his feet will just tip tap on the ground instead of squeaking. Of course, it'd get annoying very quickly to hear that squeaking, but, like, that's the point. He's a clown. He's a balloon. He'd squeak in some form. And hell, maybe it'd be enough to, like, or have an option to turn walking sound effects off if people don't like it. And the main thing, like, I'm tired of playing the same 6 Metatunes to try to solo to get to a high floor. And I'm tired of having a solo to get to a high floor. Really? See, what the hell was that? Why did Louis suddenly become smart and go around the other way? Like I know that some of the tunes, like Quell does have a voice claim for them, like what they would sound like. And some of them are celebrities, so it'd be very, very hard to get them to voice act. Because, they'd be busy or it'd cost a lot of money. But considering the fact Quill was able to collaborate with Care Bears, yeah. And I'm sure Weird Al would be more than willing to voice act a stupid little balloon dog clown. They need an AFK button. They need to have a button on the corner of the elevator. And you vote to go AFK. When everyone has voted to be AFK, it will pause the game for, 1 minute, minute and a half. That would give you at least some time to do something. Of course, always having an AFK spot in case you need to go AFK and there's an emergency. That would be best. Honestly. Hello. No, I don't use TikTok. There was a video game I used to play. It was a multiplayer game, and it had something similar, but for the life of me, I cannot remember what it was. I think it was a Roblox game. It was like a small. I just remember it was a small game where you could vote to go AFK for about a minute and a half. Go AFK for a minute and a half. Then, if you need to have an AFK spot in case there's an emergency, like, oh, I just slammed my knee on my desk and it hurted, so I'm going to go get an ice pack or something. Like, even if it's something minor. They need to add an AFK sticker, too. Because my sister doesn't have chat. And so I have to type for her most of the time. Toodles, go away. Damn, I'm gonna go to the very back of defunct. I need to focus on the game. I'll read chat in the elevator. Okay, I'm gathering all these little ass wipes. Alright, come over here, little shit heel, since you want to camp my machine. Yep, all of you, come on, yep, follow me. And I'm gonna lose y'all around this corner, and y'all are gonna piss off. I'm starting to become very, very frustrated with this solo run. I've got an inventory full of heals. Next time one of the twisted, I'm just gonna get hit. Because I'm tired of getting kicked off my machine. I peeked in the chat since I'm on a treadmill. I just see a sad little worried face. Oh, buddy. Louis, you better pray that you're made of whatever rubber I'm allergic to, because if not, I'm gonna rip you to shreds with my bare hands. So, fun fact. This is directed at Toodles. About 4 or 5 years ago, I went out to the carport. I got a little towel down. I got a miniature Magic 8 Ball. No, it was a full size Magic 8 Ball I had. And I beat it open with a hammer because I wanted the little answering die inside of it. Because the Magic 8 Ball was leaking. And I figured that would be the best way to dispose of it. So I've got my fair share of experience destroying Magic 8 Balls. I've destroyed my fair share of the fine china in this house. I used to have a wind up music box that I used to peel the fabric off the inside of. And I used to eat paper as a kid. So everything on this floor is not safe for me, except for maybe Louis if he's made of the right kind of rubber. Because I've got experience destroying and or devouring all of the things that these creatures are made of. I'm getting rather tilted, one might say. I'm not really ranting right now, but that's because I'm not really checking chat since I don't know how to put it up, and I've got 8 machines and a bunch of little bastard twisteds constantly harassing me and trying to steal my shoes and my lunch money. It's extremely funny to me that every time I cuss, I just see a viewership decline because all the kids click, "Oh, Dandy's World," and then they hear cussing and like, "Oh no, I'm gonna beat my ass." Okay. Yeah, that works. I wonder why people in my chat are scared. I will say I'm being a bit performative in my anger here because it's just something fun to do, entertain the crowd, throw a couple of circus peanuts at them. Ooh, a bandage. What should I rename the title to since I'm kind of done ranting about Dandy's World? I might put getting tilted trying to get to floor 50. I'm just gonna pick Spark Plug. Also, I'm not sure if I fixed the audio mixing problem with my keyboard yet. Because I've been told it's loud as hell. I'm going to start violently mauling over this game. Kids these days even use the word mauling, or is that pure unk lingo? Yeah, I did see Sprout. Look, Sprout, can you and your husband please go somewhere else? I know y'all have been happily married for 30 years or whatever, but please, now's not the time. Poppy, you genuinely enjoy licking bird shit off car windows. I'm going to saute Shrimpo and turn him into lemon pepper shrimp. And here come the gank squad. Hit you with the pump tactics. What the? I like doing art, dragon puppets. I've got a love-hate relationship with cooking. Because I hate cooking, but I'm really good at it. Because the only time I've ever heard my grandma, doesn't really like, who doesn't like much food, honestly. Like, there's very few things she'll eat and enjoy. She asked me to cook. I've never heard her ask anyone else to cook anything. She's like, yo, can you cook me some chicken? Next time I get dial, should I do his card? Hit you with the pump. I bet you the mains couldn't fit through here. And that'd be an easy way to get trapped. Hit you with the pump. We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno. In the summer, took my gun and made him go to Neverland. He was something, my husband. He had all you'd ever want. Like Heat Waves and Baby Blues got like really popular. I don't know, or it's Other Side of Paradise, but it was like the trend was called like Bye Bye Baby Blues. And I think like Mama's Gun is one of the most underrated songs. Like, it could just be that I'm a sucker for the flute. I highly recommend giving it a listen if you've never heard it. Guys, should I sing We Don't Talk About Bruno in my horrible monotone voice? Look, Cosmo, I'm really proud that you and Sprout are in a healthy relationship, but could you please get out of my way so I can go to the AFK spot and type out a pinned comment? Alright, there we go. Now I've got a pinned, so hopefully people won't be trying to randomly add me and ask if can I join? No, I don't think there's a lot of. I think it's like what 2-3 people who like do Dandy's World content and swear like a sailor. You know, I'm really hitting a niche right here. You also don't hear a lot of them using old gamer lingo. Speaking of old gamer, this chair sucks ass. I've had this thing for a couple years now, and it doesn't roll, it doesn't swivel good. It's extremely noisy. Like this thing sucks. Worst $99 I ever spent. Like, look at that. Me trying to see where I got spotted from ended up getting me seen by 2 other Twisteds. Sprout, look, I know that whatever you and Cosmo are, I know that he's chasing me. But could you look somewhere else? Like, there's a couple posters of you scattered around this map, I think. Poppy, I'm genuinely gonna put you in a meat grinder. Shrimpo's the kind of guy to post him drinking a matcha sundae, whatever, to try to get all the girls, and it just doesn't work because he's bad at being a performative male. Look at that shit. Poppy's right there at the elevator. Sunyon rings. Twinnamin bun. Brotato chip. This is ass. I'm genuinely starting to maul and get angry. Because before, I was putting on a bit of a show, being a little court jester. But now this game genuinely starting to get on my nerves. Was that Scraps or Tisha? Yeah, it was Tisha. Oh, it's Goob. fun snaggletooth fact. When I get very angry, I'm very prone to having blood vessels pop in my eyes. Really, Squirm, you just had to spawn where there's a machine. I hope they spray bug killer on your ass. I'm genuinely dousing Squirm in roach, like raid roach killer. Noob, don't you dare come over here. Yeah, I should really probably post, like, because I've made candy, like the pony bead kind, not like the food kind. But I've made, and I've posted a lot of it to Reddit. But I've got like huge UFO cuffs, rotator cuffs, and multi-stitch cuffs. I've even got like Lamenters themed stuff. Put from Dandy's World or me? Because I don't expect any brand to collab with me. Because I got two people who watch my content. People who watch me for my Dragon Puppet stuff, which I ain't posted in a while just because I've been burnt out on it. And people who watch me for my Dandy's World live streams. And the people who know me for different reasons on both. Because I very much play into the algorithm when it comes to my Dragon Puppet shorts. When it comes to my live, I'm just doing my own thing. I think, like, isn't it the whole reason why she couldn't continue doing Flavor Frenzy is because Rox was still, like, holding the code hostage or something? I don't remember. I never played Flavor Frenzy. Squirm! Can you genuinely piss off my guy? And of course, I got hit because of that bullshit. Like, he came back to the same spot twice, and I'm kite them around for literal like 30 seconds, and they won't be aggro. Like, this is why the game's not fun. And here comes Brightney again. The twists just won't stop because they're coded to just keep coming back to do the machines or to the machines because it's their stupid ass pathing. I'm literally drooling everywhere. I'm getting so irritated. Go ahead and pad my inventory with bullshit so that way if we get GG. I say we, but ain't a soul here with me. I'm solo. Mano y mano. Like, I think the change to 8 Twisteds is good in theory, but in execution, awful. I think it should max out with how many people you have, except for like maybe solo, it maxes out at 4, like I was saying earlier. Because what do you mean I have to kite 8 Twisteds when I'm down to 3 people? No, I've not heard that the 8 Twisted's come back. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, fuck me, I guess. Like, holy shit, man. Just constantly floor event. Here's 50 Twisteds that won't stop camping. I gotta go AFK. I don't know if who's on the floor. I'm back. I had to go AFK for a second. Damn it, I went to look at chat for 2 seconds. Who's seen me? Is it literally just Finn and Louie and Blot on this floor? Damn. Why are they just hard camping where I'm at? Why is it showing that? Yeah. All about it's showing that it translated your thing automatically to oh no, and it's oh never mind. Like, oh thank you, YouTube. Oh, of course, it's Russia. I don't know why my voice got so deep there. I'm halfway there to floor 50. Like, look at that shit. Pinched on both ends in a hallway. Nowhere to go. Well, yeah, it seems like fair enough balancing to us. For real. And of course, Russia's gonna go exactly where I'm needing to be. Like, look at that! Finn went back to the same spot over 3 times. I feel like I'm genuinely being rage baited by this game. I think that was Blot. Yeah. Hey guys, don't worry, the game's completely fair. No, me and my dad have always said this. But like I was saying before I stopped to read the comment, as me and my dad have always said, all it's you only get heated and you get upset and you complain about something you really want to see improve and that you really care about. Like if I didn't care about Dandy's World, I'd be like, "Oh, this game's shit. I don't care no more. I'm not gonna play it." But since I genuinely think this game has potential and I love it, piss off my machine. I've been trying to do the same machine for over a minute. All right. Like, I hope this year, when it leaves alpha, I'll be proven wrong. No more. Like, I won't have to go on to stream for over an hour. I've been streaming for over 2 hours now, and about an hour and a half of it was just me ranting about all the problems. But I don't think this game's a bad idea. I think it's a bad execution because people have like she's not been hiring people to focus on gameplay. Like, I would be happy if we got maybe 1 to 2 skins per event, or just something for the event tunes for their holiday, but that's it. I don't think we need more than that. Because what I wouldn't give to just be able to go on here and say, "Oh, I'm so proud that Quill fixed these balancing issues I've had pet peeves with since I started." And oh, I'm so glad that we're getting a summer event. I love the new stuff that Quill added. Because it doesn't feel like the events change much. The new tunes that they've been adding don't feel like they've done a lot. It feels empty. Like after the Halloween event, it just feels like they were throwing us breadcrumbs. Because yes, I understand coding takes a long time, and yes, I understand I probably couldn't code. I understand that designing stuff takes a while. But when there's 4 people out of the entire team making skins, that's a problem. When I started playing, a little bit before the Easter event, a little bit after they had just removed, it was, I think, literally 2 weeks after they had removed the first Christmas event was when I started playing. There was maybe, what, 10 new holiday skins. Half of them I couldn't unlock because I didn't play the first holiday event. Oh, it's Blackout Gigi. But it's not that I don't really understand why it has taken so long for the game to get better. It's just I'm disappointed that she prioritized skins. trying to find where closest is so I know not to do it. And I wish that it wasn't, we need a distractor. I wish it was, a distractor. Like, I wish it was like, a distractor can be helpful. Like, if there's no AFK spot, we don't have time to do something, we need someone to keep the twisteds off of us. Yeah, okay, so hey, Louie, can you distract? I gotta go do XYZ. It'll only take me about this long. And Louis says, yep, I sure can. And as soon as, say it's Russia extracting, Louis can go back to doing his machines. Because if they rebalance the game to be less distractor reliant on high floors and make it actually fun, then it wouldn't be so hard to get to these high floors. Because I wouldn't mind it as much, but considering the fact it's a badge that they're encouraging you to get, I do mind quite a bit. Because it's like, to unlock this super rare badge, you need to be in a Discord run with your closest friends, some of the best players you can find, constantly doing complex callouts. Hey, Louie, Russia is exactly 5 pebble toenails away from you. Can you come get her? She's near fake. Like, you shouldn't need to be doing all that. And you shouldn't need distractors to get to a high floor, but most of the time you do, just because it's so insufferable to try to do machines with the twisted roaming, because somebody's always going to get spotted. Because I've tried to do runs like that with my sister. I've tried to do that exact kind of run, and every time she's like, one of us is getting camped, and I need to go grab the twisteds off of her. Okay, sure, whatever, Poppy. That's the thing. Don't make it where distracting is impossible or you're not able to distract. Just make it where it's like, because I'll repeat this, which I said previously in the stream like a little bit ago. If they made it where you have a 10 to 20 second grace period, depending on how good your extraction is, like say you're playing V, you get 10 to 6 seconds where the twisteds will not come to you on your machine after you have lost whichever twisted seen you, and that the twisteds will always have to go the opposite way of you, so they will never ever come back and hit you even when you have hid and you've lost them. And say you're playing Cosmo or just somebody with low extraction stats, you get a 20-second grace period, so you can do a chunk of the machine without just doom, doom, doom. Like somebody just wailing on a gong because the twisteds won't leave you be. And then specifically for blackouts, not just blackouts preferably, but what would really help in blackouts is having a little arrow near the eye that pops up to tell you you've been spotted. And you'll be able to see, like, oh, I got spotted from this way, so I'm not going to run directly into Toodles because I can't see her. Because that happened to me on, like, I think floor 5 on the stream, maybe less. And having, like, maybe to try to stop the solar kiting. Like, to not stop it, but to discourage it, or to encourage, like, just another method in general is have it be where no matter your stealth, there's a 35% chance if you've been standing next to the kiter while they're distracting, the twisteds will lock onto you because they'll get bored of the distractor. And it'll be you have to be very good at dodging, or you've got to be quick enough to hit your box if you're playing as Babette. And it'll encourage better skilled players. It really will. And it'll still make distracting viable because you don't need a solar kiter. You really don't. Some of my highest floors have been without using solar kiting. Hell, they've been solo or as me being the backup or main kiter. But because like people are like, oh Quill, you need to remove distracting. Like she doesn't need to remove it. It can still be extremely valuable. Because you know how many times I've died because I was playing solo, I had no AFK spot, and I had to go to the bathroom? Been less than 0, I'll tell you that. I almost lost my furthest floor because of that. So having a kiter in it, like they go to the back of elevator, or they go to the back of fake elevator, you go do whatever you gotta do, they kite for a little bit, then when you get back, they can do whatever. They can continue kiting until everybody gets to the elevator, or they can stop and get to the elevator themselves. Because if they properly balance and rework it, you wouldn't have to worry about, Twisted Shelly's on this floor. She's going to come to my machine 70 times from north, south, and east. I'll have to read the comment in the elevator because I'm just getting fucking camped. I can't do anything about this. I lost my voice there, but oh well. I don't care. I've got a bandage and med kit. I don't think necessarily raising your stealth. I'm going to save Dial for a last resort card because he's just going to take forever. I'm not going to be able to read chat. But the higher you get to, like the higher floors you get to, not just like I seen Astro. It's not like, I don't know like how to describe it. Oh. Oh yeah, fuck me for existing. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt this lovely moment. Give me that fucking eject. Oh, my bad. My bad. Let me pick up this air horn. I don't want to risk it. I'm gonna just go ahead and snag that. Oh yeah, my bad. I just wanted the bandage, you know. Was that a smart idea? No. But at least I got Astro off of me. No, never mind. Of course he's got an absolute bullshit aggro range. I'm just gonna hide here. Like, Scraps, Astro, Pebble, Blackout. Alright then. Like, see, this is what I mean by we need twisted scaling. Max Machine's out at 4. Max Twisted's out at 4. Max the Machine's out at 10. Bro, you don't have to censor rocks. We're not little babies here on this channel. Of course. Hey, Pebble. I don't know. Some people are just weird and like kids, and I don't treat them as people personally. I think I might get banned off YouTube if I say what people like that deserve. Who the hell's Somber? Like, look at that shit. Like, I get spotted by one, and the whole gank squad pulls up. Like, it's literally as soon as I get on the machine. I, I can't even read a damn comment. Thank you. I used to play Cookie Run Kingdom. I don't know. No, I don't play no more. My old my old phone was extremely bad, and it couldn't run Cookie Run Kingdom. So I played it on my dad's phone because his phone had storage, but his phone also sucked. And when I got a new phone, I just haven't re-downloaded it, and I'm not signed in. I'm gonna like lose all my cookies and stuff. But I never spent no money on it, so I'm fine with that. Like Open Map, Blackout Goob, Scraps, or Pebble, it's genuinely like beyond unfair. I'm not worried about Astro. I just need to shake Pebble first. Hey, I found a smoke bomb. And of course he's gonna come around this way. Damn, I'm out of stamina and they won't leave me be. No, I didn't mean to open that. I feel like that one Homelander meme. Guys, can we evaporate Pebble? I'm gonna put him in a rock tumbler. I think the most egregious thing Quill did though was going 6'7". That's the second time I've been pinched by. Oh no! Oh great! I've got Scraps and Pebble on me, and now Astro's probably going to be back on me. Ugh. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like at some point there should be a limit. Like, oh hey, you've been spotted 64 times. Now the Twisteds are going to leave you the hell alone. Like it just gets out of hand. They need to put a limit. Like, and I don't care like about but it'll make the game too easy. No, what it'll do is make the game not annoying. Because I guarantee you, any of these people, any person who says, "Oh, but distracting makes the game too easy," has genuinely never tried to solo past 420 in their life. This is hell. This is hell on earth. Okay, let's look at once. I've been kicked off last once. Now that I want to count, nobody wants to show up, huh? Fine by me. Absolutely fine by me. You know what, Dandy? It's not absolute ass. I'll take it. By the way, you'd figure by War 28, Dandy would sell me one valve. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, as soon as I heard that 8 was still the max no matter what, I just said no. I picked electrician. Like, damn, leave me alone. How many times have I had Astro in a blackout? This is twice in a row. Twice. in a row. Thanks, Dandy's World. Oh, how lovely. I come out and just immediately get hit by Boxton with no recourse. Just, I have to sit there and tank the hit because he happened to go around the corner at the same time as I did. Look at that. I did one machine this floor so far. I've done two almost, but I got kicked off it before I could finish. Oh, I'm on floor 28. My highest floor is 39. And like, the reason it's only 39 and not 40 is because the stupid ass Icker leak. The stupid ass Icker leak got me killed because I was already at one heart because because of Goob, and then Blot's hand hit me while I was at one heart because it was blended in to the Icker. Like, look at this shit. I've got what, 6 twisted? Like, it might be 5 right now, but. And they come right to me. And I've got no recourse. I've got no way to fight back against them. I just have to kite them around until I've got a safe spot to be. What? That was bullshit. I was clear around that damn dinosaur when Roger hit me. Oh, well, ain't no reason to keep this shit in my inventory. I'm out of heals. Ain't got nothing to protect. I'm gonna take a shot every time I get mad and say a swear word. You die of alcohol poisoning. And still, somehow YouTube would find a way to mark my videos for kids just because Dandy's World's playing. I know. Okay, how did he see me there? How is that remotely fair? Alright, one. Like, once is bad enough. About the 6th time you get seen because of that? Just irritating. Does anybody else get itchy whenever they're mad? Like, I'm fine 99% of the time, but the second I start getting tilted at any game, I start getting itchy. For real, like, speak of the devil, here he is. I'm gonna need somebody here in about 5 minutes to go check what the new update is after the Sprout Tune of the Week leaves. I bet it's gonna be another Tune of the Week. It's probably gonna be Cosmo. Like, who's seen me? Where did I get seen from? And why did Boxton follow me about halfway in here? That was bullshit. Like, nowhere to take them to lose them. I'm just gonna kite them. I'm genuinely just gonna kite them and try to regain stam and just gather all of them, so I've got at least half a chance of. Oh, now you don't want to see me from 20 feet behind you. I see how it is. Now leave me alone. Astro, I swear to God, I'm gonna tan your hide if you come over here. I'm gonna skin you and turn you into a rug. Like, what did I get seen by? Who did I get seen by? Where? Who knows? World's the limit whenever you just don't care. Huh. Thank you, Quill. Absolute ass. 2 heal cards in rehearsal. I started like drooling and frothing. This is the fourth blackout in a row? This shit's ridiculous. Yeah, 25% chance. Bullshit. I ain't got no heals. Don't know who it is on the floor. Oh, it's Astro! It's Astro! It's Astro in a blackout for the fucking 3rd time in a row. Oh boy, as if it wasn't great enough to. Oh my god. I'm just getting ganked. I can't do anything. I'm at 1 heart, no heals. Twisted won't leave me the hell alone. How do you expect someone to solo in this game? Oh my god, Tisha. I'm gonna rip every single one of those damn wipes out of your head and use them as ass wipes. On Astro's here. Oh, hey, it's the moon. It's the man in the moon. Fuck you. Go away. I'm just getting on this machine. If I die, man. Shit. Cosmo, you will not be the first cake roll I devour in one bite, Budro. You will not be. I'm not past murdering a tune. See, he's still locked onto me. Took him halfway across the map. Oh yeah, of course. I couldn't see him. Alright, I'm gonna pause it for a second. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna give myself a second to cool down, and I'm gonna do another solo run. Like, my head is hurting. Like, the fact that I died on floor 29, probably the worst about it. Alright. I'm just gonna sit in the lobby, I guess. I'm just gonna sit in the lobby until whatever the new update, because it's about 1 minute past the time. It's about 1 minute past the time. Floor 29 dying to Boxton because of some bullshit is extremely infuriating. Like, this is why we need indicators to tell where we've gotten spotted from. Took me 2 hours, and for what? No, I didn't make it to floor 50 and the update's not out yet. I'm waiting on the update. Ugh. If the update happens, like if it drops, because it's still saying that Sprout's Tune of the Week, like over here on the board, and when it drops, there's normally a server shutdown. But I'll try to rejoin. Oh well, it's just gone. New 2-player machines, yay! Just more things to make soloing harder. No, I think I'm done. I'm just done with Dandy's World for the day. I might play tomorrow. You know, at least it's not Tune of the Week. It was a mildly annoying 3 hours, but see you in the next stream.